Hello, welcome back to me, R.C. Thomas, reading from his new book, Faunistics, a collection of wild haiku and illustrations. If you missed part one, there'll be a link around here somewhere. You can watch that. That's where we started, and the book takes us from one continent to another, all across the world, spotting all sorts of wildlife. So check that out. We did Europe. We went to Africa. From Africa, we're now going to go to Asia. And the first thing we're going to find in Asia, we're going to go right up the top and we're going to see if we can't find a woolly mammoth. Here it comes. There's the woolly mammoth. Looking very woolly, looking very mammoth. Extinct by around 1650 BC. That means before Jesus. Died out due to climate change and habitat loss. And yeah, their grasslands were taken over by trees and wet plants, which the woolly mammoth wasn't too happy about because they like trees, they like wet plants, they like to eat, and they like to roll around in it. I don't know what they do in the trees and the wet plants. They eat it. Grass dearth. Woolly mammoths dig deep within for ways out. Grass dearth. Woolly mammoths dig deep within for ways out. The giant panda, there he is, look, having some bamboo in the snow. We all like a bit of bamboo in the snow from time to time. Thawing out the tree in the stream, panda's late winter hiss. There he is, the giant panda. And he's taking a little pee up on the tree there. And they stand on their legs, on their paws like that, get themselves really high up the tree. Higher up they can get their pee, the further their scent goes out through the forest, marking their territory. So, with that in mind, thawing out the tree in the stream, panda's late winter piss. Here's an interesting one. This is a cave angelfish. This was new to me before I started writing this book. I found it very interesting. They're found only in Thailand's Pangmapha caves, and they use their fins to walk out of the water and climb the cave walls, which I thought was quite sort of symbolic of evolution. Refresh, cave angel fish step out of their pool. Refresh, cave angel fish step out of their pool. Here's a violin beetle, aptly named for their body shape, found in Southeast Asia, forests in Southeast Asia. Their violin-like appearance also helps them blend in with the foliage and bark on the forest floor when searching for insect larvae to eat. Wind leaves the sound of the violin beetle's forest. Wind leaves the sound of the violin beetle's forest. So let's hop over to Oceania and see what we can find. First thing we'll find, the New Guinea singing dog. Quite incredible that we have found it. It's very rare, in fact. Found in the mountains and valleys of New Guinea, but not often, because they were thought to have become extinct over 50 years ago. And the photo you just saw there, taken in 2012, suggests they are still around, though very rare. Howling wind, notes of singing dogs climb the mountains. Howling wind, notes of singing dogs climb the mountains. The platypus. We all know the platypus. The flow and the ebb and the duck of the platypus. The flow and the ebb and the duck of the platypus. And here is a kakapo. And kakapos are a fun bird. They're also known as the owl parrot, endemic to New Zealand. They've got no mammalian predators, so they just gave up flying. What's the point? They're nocturnal, so that means they roam the forest floor at night and they climb up the rimu trees to eat the seeds. But yeah, like I said, they've got no need to fly. They can't fly. They've lost that ability. So how do they get down the tree? Well, they just kind of flop out onto the forest floor. So here's the kakapo. Bringing light to forest floors, sleeping, kakapos full. Bringing light to forest floors, sleeping kakapos full. And we'll have one last one from Oceania. Here's the glowworm, otherwise known as the firefly. New firefly wings, the cosmos beyond a glowworm. New firefly wings, the cosmos beyond a glowworm. Thank you, and that concludes part two of my reading from Faunistics. We've covered 4 continents now. We've got another 3 to go, so watch out for part 3 and in this little video series. In the meantime, if you'd like to get a copy of Faunistics, you can. It's got all sorts of poems and illustrations in, including some of these full-page montages with lots of animals for you to find and all sorts of creatures going on. And I'm going to share some of those in more detail right up on your screen in part 3. In the meantime, you can grab that from rcthomasthings.com. You could probably go to Amazon, wherever you are in the world, and type it in and you'll find it. If not, there'll be a link around here and you could do it that way. Yeah, okay, yeah, bye.